What is up, YouTube? It is Matty, and this video is going to be pretty cool. I'm going to unleash two new attacks on you guys, aptly named by my clanmates, so they've got no egos at all. But one's name is the Jack attack, and the other is the XLIV attack. So yeah, that's not awkward at all. Anyway, I'm currently sat in Cold September because there was a big event where Cold September took on the FPC. Some of the members donated from different FPC clans, so we had a few guys from North Remembers, Mental Martyrs, One Hive, Wit on a Face, Emphatically, etc, etc, etc. Sorry if I missed anyone off that list. And yeah, quite a couple of the EE guys did some pretty sick attacks, so all with Valkyries, and I think it's time to unveil these strategies properly in their own little dedicated video. So we're going to kickstart with the XLIV attack, and then we'll move on to the Jack attack, and I'll show you how they're subtly different, although very similar in army composition. So the first one's by Nuke, and I know you're thinking, well, that's not XLIV or Jack, but XLIV did a raid for Nuke because he couldn't get to his phone and do the war raid for whatever reason. So here we go. This army is interchangeable in the quantity of healers, hogs, Valkyries, pretty much everything. But it normally involves a couple of jumps, normally involves a rage and a heal. And yeah, sort of between the wizards, hogs, healers and Valkyries, it fluctuates a bit. And he normally has two golems as well. He seems to do a shattered route in. So what David or XLIV does is starts off with the Archqueen, and here we go. We're starting up the north look, creating a little bit of funnel at the top side, but he instantly drops the golems down as well. So what's happening here is the golems are tanking in from one side, and the Archer Queen walk is happening down the other side. So they start close together, and then the golems break in and the queen goes off the other side. So what the queen's going to do is essentially run around the entire outside of the base, taking everything down on her route. You see, he drops the ability there, look, and then the golems go in with quite a high number of wizards and a rage spell, and the wizards are there to try and take down the CC. So you can see he's just pumping them in. Needs to take down the dragon, anything else that's in there. King's in there as well. Queen's going to carry on moving around the outside of the base, and the idea here, the Valkyries are now going in. He's trying to gut the core, take down the giant bomb threats, that sort of thing. And you can see a group of hogs at the top side, look, and a group of hogs down the bottom side. The group are moving right around the outside of the base while the core defenses are distracted. The top side group are there to go and eliminate the double giant bomb threat, so he's only got 3 or 4 up there. One has survived and been able to go and trip that double giant bomb. And then there's only the air defense that are left, and you can see the king and wizards are still moving through the inside of the base, but those hogs that have swooped around the entire outside of the base are just moving up through to the final defense now, and it is done. So, and the queen just carrying on moving around the outside of the base, taking all the buildings down en route. That is the XLIV attack. Absolutely ridiculous strategy. I'm going to play it again, just so you can see in 2 times speed, so you can see it sort of evolve. Starting with the north side of the base, the Archqueen walk, the wizard with the golems in to help create the funnel to make sure she moves south around the outside. Once he's popped the ability to kill the king, he can then carry on and sort of forget about it. He knows he's going to need to use quite a lot of wizards here to take down the CC, so the rage spell's there to help them. Take the giant bombs out en route. King going in, look, Valkyries going in. I'm going to slow down now because the raid speeds up. The group of hogs just to run around the outside of the base, look, they're doing very well. They're very high value. They're just taking so many defenses down. Those group of hogs take so much down in their length of time they're alive. And you can see the Valkyries, because they can take so many shots, they just end up being amazing tanks for those arch towers that are just weren't shooting the hogs. And because the queen's just going to carry on around the outside of the base, it's just one of those attacks that's so cool to do by the look of it. But you need to make sure you get it right in terms of the hog drop. The hog drop is key on here because you can see how he stopped the double giant bomb threat by sending in one small little batch. You're going to see that again in one of the next raids I'll show you as well. So it does require quite a lot of thought. which angle to go in, which way do you need to send the queen to get the best value from her, which way do you need to send in the golems and the Valkyries and the king to get the best value from them. But if you can start to piece it together in your head and work it out, you're going to do well. The next number, I believe, is number 22 by the man himself, the man it's all named after, or part of the strategy, one of the strategies is. Here we go. So in this raid, he's bought 3 healers, 6 Valkyries, so slight difference there. And you can see he's going in from the bottom side of the base. Right next to, or adjacent to, he's dropping the golems on straight up on defences, using wizards there to help create the funnel. And then the queen's going to sort of push to the left side. While she's doing that, the golems and everything are going to move through to, almost through the right side. There's a funny thing that happens here, which I found quite funny. God, my English. Anyway, watch when the Valkyries drop. It's you'll see. Anyway, the thing I like is when he uses the rage and the wizards just to take down, and the poison to take down anything that's in the CC. Look at the Valks run all the way over to the town hall then to then go inside. But once they're moving in, the queen's carrying on moving around the outside of the base, doing a good job. The Valkyries are just adding great value, moving into the core now. They're going to break through. The king's rushed up to the queen. Oh my god, that is really annoying. The king's rushed up to the queen, but she died. The Valkyries look like they're going to be the thing that are going to go and finish her. He sent in a couple of hogs to go and trip the giant bomb, which was really good as well. And you'll see the main group of hogs coming in from the top right of the base, sort of 2 o'clock, and then they're going to go through, take down that arch tower as well. And that's going to be it. Raid over. Just clean up now. Queen's moved almost around the entire, from 6 o'clock to going to finish up by 12 o'clock. And he just uses her to take down all those defences on the outside on the way. Gets really high value from her. So I'm going to show you again the raid in 2 times speed. And let's see if we can see how it pans out again. Here we go. Queen walk's going to start. Look. Almost immediately after the queen walk, the golem walks, or the golem drop with the wizards behind. Remember, he's going to use that rage spell to take down the CC. This time he doesn't need to take the king on route. He's going to take the king on his way in to get to the double giant bomb threats. Because he's going far away, he's going to use 2 jumps. 1 jump to get in the first layer. 2nd jump to get in the over the core and towards the queen. You'll see here 1 giant bomb threat already eliminated. Couple of hogs in down the bottom side there to take the arch tower down, get rid of the other giant bomb threat. Meanwhile, the wizards and the golems are tanking, and then the hogs come in from the back side of the base. So, just so powerful. Queen ability, not even needed it. Queen didn't need to take down any heroes, and they were taken down by his king and Valks. And yeah, just crazy. We're going to show you the final one of the XLIV attack now, and I hope you're already bought into this strategy, because if you can put it off, your clanmates are going to just be like, what? Okay, number 17. You're the man that's going to finish the XLIV strat. Let's have a look. Another base. Let's see if he's going to do it similar. Where are we? I'm missing it. There she is on the right. Queen down instantly with the healers down. Straight away with the golems down. They're adjacent to each other. The queen's going to go north. The golems are going to go in. They're going to eventually get to the queen. He's got 1 jump spell. Oh, mixing it up. I think it's because the queen's right next to that mortar compartment that he can jump and probably get into that to take it down. So you see the queen will move around the north side. She's probably going to have to kill the king en route. Meanwhile, the Valkyries, the king, the rage spell there with those extra wizards dropped in to go and take down the dragon, which is always key, clutch. There they go, jumping straight over. He's going to get into the queen compartment directly, actually. Heal spell there as well for the Valkyries. Here it goes. Couple of the hogs down the bottom side, see that? They're going to start moving around the outside of the base, going to the queen compartment now. And look at that. There's a group of 4 hogs there to go straight onto the expo. And the reason that is key is because that expo's got huge damage per second and huge HP. Because he took that down, his hogs could carry on moving through the base, his queen could carry on moving around the outside, and all the hogs are going to sort of reconvene towards the top side, and they are going to take down all those defences. King's on full health, queen's on full health, no abilities have been needed, and and he's just arguably wrecked the base. It's really good. It's a really good strategy if you've got the time and patience to be able to work out the hog path in and work out what's going to go where and what you need them to do. Probably going to need to get on Skitch and map it all out in terms of the path in. But if you can do that and you got the time, then boom, you can whip out. Well, I'm not saying you're going to whip out this attack first go, because what can I say? XLIV's an absolute beast. Let's look at a slightly similar army comp but different variation, and this is called the Jack attack. Jack Relf, he's been using this attack for a long time. You've probably seen it on some other recaps, and yeah, you'll see like some very significant similarities. So starting the raid with an AQ walk. Queen's instantly getting hit by 2 cannons, so she's going to hover her health a little bit. Wants to try and get that health moving. One of those cannons down soon at least. But because as soon as she's moved a bit closer, which she has, Arch Tower's on her, losing a lot of health now. But there you go, she's going to start, well, she's still hovering because she's now taking down an elixir storage. So, risky start for the Queen. If she was at lower level, that would have been, she'd have probably died. But there you go, as soon as that final cannon went down, she's going to start regaining slowly. Sends in the hog for the pull. Now that is key to the Jack attack. This is what he does all the time. Uses the, he pulls the CC, lets the Queen take it down while they're en route, while he's en route to the rest of the base. And then he uses normally a single golem. The Queen's going to go and meet that golem now, look. She's going to take some buildings down en route, all those builder huts. She's going to take down the Tesla as well, I'd imagine. He's going to break that golem in and funnel in as well with the wizards. So the Queen's got no choice but to carry on moving around the outside of the base and go in, send the King in and the Valkyries, and then he's going to jump into the portion of the base he wants. And you can see here with his excellently placed jump spell, he's going to be able to get very deep into the base and straight into the Queen compartment. The Rage and the heal spell for him are used for the Valkyries, which is of a poignant difference really, because the Rage for the XLIV attack was actually used to help take down the CC. So Jack uses the Queen ability normally to take down the CC. And then you can see the back end of the raid, somewhat similar, using hogs to take down the key defences that aren't going to be taken down by the kill squad through natural pathing. Yes, a giant bomb wrecked half of those hogs and put them all onto low health, but he's made it through, and now he's onto the final cannon. He's got clean-up wizards to go and clean up, and then King and Queen, they're going to carry on moving through, and they're on full health by the end of the raid as well. Golem alive as well, considering they only use one golem. That's pretty key and pretty clutch. So hogs just finishing up, and a nice wad of hogs left as well. Okay, next base we're going to show for the final raid of this video, which is the second Jack attack raid, just to reinforce it. I know it's in your head already, but let's go that extra mile. Oh, my throat is being really funny. Okay, Queen down, healer's on her. She's going to start moving. She's naturally going to path right because of the building layout. Give me 1 second, I need to have a swig of wine. Oh, that helped. Okay. Okay, I'm good. We're here. Okay. CC pulls happened. Normal way. For the Jack attack, sends in that hog once he's taken down a couple of defences to go straight and get the CC pull. Let the Queen take it down. If he can get away without the ability, great. He's probably not going to do it because of the giant. Or maybe he will. Maybe he's going to just... No, he doesn't want the time. And the Queen ability to help take down the CC, the Town Hall is going to help as well anyway. But there she goes. Look, she's on her way. Meanwhile... Oh, this is a slight different variation actually. He's breaking in the golem at a completely different angle. Because normally, or sometimes, he gets the Queen to meet in and sort of go the same way. But look at the top side. Look at all those wizard towers he's going to be able to get from the Queen. And I think the giant bomb threats are more sort of maybe in the core on this one. So he's going to jump spell so he can get both. The Valkyries are going in. They're going to wreck the Queen, which it did very, very quickly. The King's dead as well. Bottom side's going to go down. You're going to use hogs to reinforce that actually, because he's got no troops that could shoot over, so they're going to help take that down. Hogs are going to go and help in the core as well, and then I think he's got back end 8 hogs. Look, The Queen is used tanking a little bit, which is great. Wonder where he's going to use them. There you go, look. That Expo is kind of key now. That Expo is the biggest threat for the rest of the raid. Used a single hog to go and get the giant bomb that was next to it. And then the rest of the hogs are going to sort of reconvene, I believe, straight up towards the Expo soon. King's tanking for him. They did hit a giant bomb, which was a little bit unfortunate. So the hog pathing has been a bit difficult this one, but he's got healers on them anyway. And there goes the final defences, look, and the raid is over. So I will show more videos of these attacks. We're going to refer to them as the XLIV and Jack attack from now on. Hope this has opened your eyes a little bit to the power of the redheads, the Valkyries, and really how you can combine an AQ walk to get certain key parts of the raid done. You don't actually need to use the Queen to take down the CC. You can use a rage spell and wizards, believe it or not. But the way you get the Valkyries and the golems and the king to do one part of the raid and the queen to do a completely different part, I think that's very key. Very subtle differences between the raids, but I hope you enjoyed them both. As always, subscribe to my channel if you like what you've seen. I thought these attacks were awesome, and I hope you do too. So I'll see you on the next one. Peace.